Hi, guys. Welcome back to Brief by Elle, the show that's not really a show, but it is a show wherein I make pop culture and politics digestible for the everyday person. As you see, we are sitting here with Senator-elect Caitlin Drey.
Yay!
Ah!
I love the premise of that already. Like, that's the whole point, right? Everyday people are affected by policy. We have to stop, being up here with everything, and we need more of this,
More
right?
FaceTime. I think it's really interesting. I started off my content with Bravo niche. So I was only talking about the housewives, only talking about housewife drama. But then I would go to like my real life and I'd be involved in the community and
Hmm.
people, if they found my social media or just in random conversations, it would be these whispers in the corners of these very elite rooms about really like lowbrow television. You know what I mean? And that was like my crossover of like, there's a bridge here. You know what I mean? I'm in
Hmm.
rooms with doctors and lawyers and mayoral elects and senator elects, but we're also talking about what's your favorite season of Orange County, but in a whisper, like, let's
Why?
normalize.
Yeah, it's so interesting because we've seen this on the right that they have weaponized pop culture, right, in a
Hmm.
way that is really scary, but is also approachable, digestible. It's cute. It's like underhandedly converting people, right, into
Yes.
this very unfeminist, deeply patriarchal way of thinking without it's so subversive. And I think what resonated so much with people about my campaign was just the fact that I'm like a regular person, that I'm just like, I please forgive me,
Regular.
I have not ever gotten into Bravo. Reality TV really stresses me out. I know, I like,
It's
end it now.
golly. It was going so good, Caitlin.
It's so, but like reality TV stresses me out. I think because I vibrate up here anyway, and The Office also stresses me out. Like watching people be uncomfortable or awkward. But I love Parks and
Nope.
Recreation, right? So it's like
Yes.
I can't. Oh, it makes
I
me. I'm
can't
like,
do the
yeah,
secondhand embarrassment. I like
yes,
fast forward,
exactly,
or
exactly.
it'll something will be happening and my husband will be like, "Don't you fast forward. I can't watch you embarrass yourself."
It just like it's like I just turn into like a little shrimp tempura where I'm like I have to like ooh, it or hurts me so badly, and I think that's like the reality TV of it too. I'm like
Hmm.
people don't act like that in
No,
real
they don't.
life,
It's
like it's overproduced, it's high, and I get, and so I'm like I just don't, I don't, it doesn't feel good to me, and that there's so much that like makes us feel bad already
right.
that it's like let's, I love a comfort show. I'll watch Bluey until, you know, the day is
Caitlin,
done. I have a,
my,
she'll be 5 tomorrow. So I'm like, I have a 5-year-old in my house. I love Disney Plus.
I have a Virgo
But
baby human as well.
stop.
Yes, she'll
Okay.
be 11 on the 13th.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
But
we
if you,
love
so
the
like when
Virgo
you talk
babies.
about pop culture, I will talk about Taylor Swift all day long, right? So,
We are going to throw
we're gonna
some
come
Taylor
back. Okay,
Swift
okay,
in.
okay.
Yeah, right at the
Yes,
end.
yes, yes, yes,
2 points. Speaking
Okay.
of converting, number one, I know that you have like a lot on the horizon, but it is now my personal mission to convert you into a housewife girly. So you're welcome.
Yeah, so many
Don't
people
fight
have
it.
tried. I love.
Don't fight
Okay,
it.
I'll try. I'll try so hard.
Number two, speaking of converting, the district that you won by 10 points. That same district, Trump and JD Vance previously just won by 11 points in November. What do
Mhm.
you think that win for you says about the voter appetite in your area?
Yeah, I think it says a couple of things. First, my opponent tried to run a national playbook on a very local level, which
Mm-hmm.
without a Trump at the top of the ticket, I don't think that works. Like that cult of personality only translates when Trump is on the ballot.
Yes.
And hopefully that won't happen again. We're just like remains to be seen what he tries to pull.
Okay.
Um, but the other thing I think it says is that policy coming out of our state capital in the state of Iowa is bad, and people are fed up with that. And that's all we talked about. It was like they've decimated our public schools. Life is
Hmm.
too expensive. They are legislating for a very slim minority of people at the top who are extremely wealthy. That doesn't land anymore. And so, we just kind of capitalized on the frustration that people are having right now with Des Moines.
I love the capitalization. I think you and your team can write a playbook and just like pass it out to the
Hmm.
Democratic Party. One of the things that I think you, and I always say like you and your team because we know, but I want to make sure that everybody knows that you don't do this by yourself.
No.
This historic win, breaking up this supermajority, it doesn't happen on its own. And so I always want to give recognition to the
Yeah.
people who put up with the late nights and all of that to make that happen.
Yeah.
One thing that I think you guys executed perfectly, it should be taught in poli sci classes going forward, is your ability to merge this new school sense of politics with old school sense. And I use the quotes very loosely because everybody has their own version of old and new, right?
Hmm.
But you integrated and prioritized social media as a woman in a space where a lot of female candidates feel like the utilization of social media dumbs them down or takes away
Hmm.
from their message and the strength behind what they're actually trying to accomplish. Was there something that clicked with you? Was there a polling that happened that you said, hey, we've got to get into social media, or was this innate from the beginning?
That was innate. I said very early on, just across the messaging board, right? So the last 2 years I've spent online as Moms for Iowa,
Okay.
which is an Instagram community of about, I mean, it's more now, but I haven't spent any time there because I've been like a little bit busy. But same vibe, right? Policy, politics, accessibility for parents and moms in the state of Iowa. What does it look like to call your representative? What do you say when you call them? How do you engage with your electeds in a way that is digestible, approachable, but still meaningful? And so that like online vernacular was innate for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I said very early on to my campaign manager, like who has a ton of experience. He was the executive director of the Senate Majority Fund in Iowa. And so he came on as part of, them trying to obviously get to the majority, right? And
Absolutely.
so the team was largely volunteers. We had an organizer, and he was the only like paid official campaign person aside from the Senate majority staff. And then we just had incredible volunteers. But I said to Tyler very early on, I know, just like banana pants volunteers, so, so good. But I said to Tyler very early on, I was like, here's my concern. I don't have a voice other than the one that I have been using on Moms for Iowa. And that's very much me. And so the idea that people want to just be like talking pointed to death
Mm-hmm.
and have like this list of things that this is all we're talking about. And like there is something to
Right.
say for message discipline, right? But you have to do that contextually. And right? Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
So much yes. Can't even tell you how
and
much I
and it's
agree.
just like because you can't like walk up to somebody's door and say, "Hello, I am here to help you make your life better. How
Yes.
can I do that?" And it is just like
Or
I,
even
I don't
here's
I
how
don't
I
know how to
plan
be.
on
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah, yeah. I don't know how to be other than this. Like so it was intentional, but it was
Hmm.
also like born out of necessity because I cannot not like emote and extrovert when I show up in spaces, whether that's online or at a town hall or at somebody's door. Like this just the way I am.
That's what I always say.
Yeah.
These are my factory settings.
Yes. Yeah. It's a feature, not a bug, y'all. Sorry.
Please
Factory settings. That's
merch
fantastic.
it now. Like when
Yeah.
we hang
Yes.
up, call
Okay.
them and be like, it's It's a setting, not a bug.
Yeah.
Um, Unfortunately, we have yet again witnessed another mass shooting at a school, this time in Minnesota. I
Hmm.
did this whole post on social media about the school shooting rate that it jumped by like over 200% after the law passed by the Clinton administration was
The
not
assault weapons
upheld.
ban. Yep.
Yes,
Yes.
not upheld by Bush's administration. You said something on CNN that I thought just, I always find these like conversations about gun laws, but this one you were like, you can't address crime and not address the lack of gun laws, right? You're in Iowa. Of course, you are now going to be speaking for people who don't always agree with you or whose party
Hmm.
doesn't align. How do you address issues as polarizing as gun laws? And I guess maintain some level of approval on both sides, right?
The other thing, just like campaign wise, we didn't play scared. Like
At all.
again, because I don't know how to be any other way, and I desperately want to stay true to those things that I am rooted in, that the environment is worthy of protection. We can have a robust Second Amendment if that is the desire and will of the people, while also not having children murdered in school. Like that's
We
those
can do it.
things can be true at the same time, right? And I come from a family that hunts. And when the inheritance from my parents comes, it will be like guns will be included in that, right? Like
Of course.
that. That is part of the Midwest culture in terms of sport and survival, right?
Hmm.
For hunting. And yet, and I will say it again, it is unconscionable to me that we continue to allow children to be murdered in places of worship, in schools, in malls, in grocery stores. What are we doing? Universal background checks, extreme risk protection orders, right? Mandatory waiting periods, red flag laws. All of those things are popular.
Hmm.
And yet we have lawmakers who are beholden to special interest groups with a very loud minority of people. So it's not that we can't, it's that the ruling class right now won't. And that has to change.
Immediately. Immediately.
Yesterday, right?
I,
Yeah.
as a human being, as a mother, I always, these school
Hmm.
shootings are horrific. Any of these mass shootings. This
Hmm.
one in Minnesota really made my stomach hurt because I grew up going to Catholic school. And
Mm.
all that I could imagine was the short window of time that changed the landscape of all of this. This shooter shot them through a window during mass. If this Catholic school was set up anything like mine, the whole school files out in a single form line into the cathedral. What would that have looked like if
Hmm.
that's their story? What would that have looked like 10 minutes earlier? You know what I mean? I could, this was one I can always envision. My mother was a teacher when I was growing up. Obviously, I've been
Hmm.
in school. I can imagine that horror. But this one, the Catholic school in mass, for me hit like even more close to home because I
Hmm.
know how those babies got into there. And we're looking at a totally different optics of it.
Hmm.
If it hadn't, thank God it didn't. Prayers to everybody in Minnesota
Yeah.
affected by this. If you are
And
watching,
action.
and action. That's the next shirt. We have a line of shirts
Hmm.
coming out for Senator elect. Thank you.
Yeah.
um,
Again, because both of those things can be true. Like we can pray to our God, whatever God it is for you or me
mhm.
or whatever, but we have to stop like resting on that alone. Like assuming that it is, a Christian God that we're praying to, like he has given us the tools to act and be good citizens. And that is part of the,
And
commandment
giving us the
from Jesus.
verbiage like
Yeah,
faith
yes,
without works is dead.
yes.
Meaning, you have to pray, you
Do
have to have the
something.
faith, and then you have to do something.
Yeah.
That trips the Bible cherry pickers up every time, but that's a different conversation. You knocked on approximately 17,000 doors and
Our
made
team.
your team. Excuse
Campaign.
me.
I was like,
Yes, I did not. Your the team knocked on about 17,000 doors and made about 30,000 phone calls.
mhm.
What advice would you give to anybody, any Democrat specifically, in the middle of a campaign or getting ready to start a campaign? That is monumental. How did you get it
Mhm.
done? What advice? Like, open the gates.
So the first thing is this was a special election. So we had the benefit of all of the attention, right? Volunteers, donors, people were starved for something to do that feels productive and hopeful and impactful right now when the world around us is on fire, right? So that's the
Yes.
first thing. The second thing is run a coordinated campaign. When we pivot to a general election in 2026, we will have on my ballot, right? I'll have a gubernatorial candidate. I will have a U.S. Senate seat. I will have a House seat. I will have a state House seat. My race. Um, there may be others, but
Mm-hmm.
coordinating those efforts, like we have to stop being like, well, it's my ball and I'm going to take it and go home. Just get the lit printed, coordinate your campaign, stop
Mm-hmm.
trying to cannibalize volunteers from one side to the next. It's insane, right?
It is.
But but the other thing is like you have to do the work, right? Like I have an exceptional husband who was like, how many? Yeah, right. So all the snaps for Tyrell. But
That's a
he's like,
good
how
man,
many doors?
Savannah.
How many was yeah, how many doors did you do today? Why aren't you knocking? Like on Saturdays, be like, I need a break. I need to come home and like chug a gallon of water and be like, okay, it's time to get back out there. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like I'm the slowest canvasser, especially as a candidate, because people just they are so desperate to have a human conversation. But it was just how many doors can you do in a week? And like to say to do 200 or 250 is not unreasonable.
I don't think so at all. I don't. It's not unreasonable, and I think that young Democrats specifically need to not discredit the power behind canvassing. People want to feel like their candidate for whatever
Mhm.
that office or position
Yep.
is a real person. You have to go and like have a
Hmm.
lemonade with them. You know what I mean? On our campaign, we did unconventional things. We were canvassing at one point. My candidate was in the house in the living room with a voter like sitting down, and I am like pinging the Apple Watch. I'm calling like, hey, I need him at this house, we need to move on. But he was in there, he was having a
Yep.
conversation, and he
Yep.
ultimately flipped that voter. You know what I mean? That
That's
FaceTime
incredible.
is extremely important. You are also very much a real person, so you have a real job. We're going to let you get back to that in a second. Everything that I do here is really because when I grew up, I'm a kid of the 90s, right? Um, Pop culture was downstream from politics. They did not intersect, they did not merge. Here in
Hmm.
2025, that's not the case. So I'm going to ask you on a scale of 1 to 10 what you think your pop culture IQ is. And I do have some rapid fire questions for you.
Yes. Okay. I, in terms of like, if it's not on TikTok, my pop culture IQ is like an 8, I think. If it's on TikTok, it's like a 3 because I am a millennial and I only joined TikTok for the campaign and I still am like, I don't know what I'm doing over here. But just like in general, I think I would give myself like an 8 out of 10.
Okay, I'll take that. Your first rapid fire question
Okay.
is, who is the real person behind the Bill Clinton Monica Lewinsky scandal going public?
Like, is this an opinion question or is this a fact question?
This is a
Wait,
fact question. It's a
hold on.
person.
Okay. Is it Ken Starr? Because like he was
No.
the attorney, but there's a Oh, I haven't watched the. I'm sorry. I'm so tired, Elle.
Linda Tripp.
Yes, yes. Oh, she was. Hmm. I
Mm,
remember. Yes,
a little nasty thing.
that's because
Kel,
she was recording the phone calls, wasn't it? She was like the
yes.
friend, and then this is why we have to have good female friends. Everybody,
Okay,
you gotta
everybody.
trust your women.
She said that she was doing it in the name of democracy when really she would have gotten bagged for recording the conversations illegally, but she turned them over to the feds, and that was the deal that they made. Kelsey and Taylor just got engaged. I
Yeah,
personally think the ring is hideous. It's a different
it's
TED
not what
talk
I
for a
would
different.
choose, but I love that for her, right? That's. I mean, if she
No,
loves it, then you
if you
should.
like it, I love it.
Yes.
How much did the ring cost, though?
The limit does not exist. Like she's a billionaire. I hope she was like, it will be this one, and if you don't want to pay for it, I will pay for it myself. That's what.
Hello.
Yeah.
And then you break up because ew, not me paying for my own engagement ring.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I feel
Oh,
like I mean, like she's the breadwinner, right?
I mean, yeah, she has to definitely make more than Kelsey.
Oh, absolutely.
Those contracts are
No
crazy though, but she,
question. Yeah.
it's her.
Did they say? I mean, this is I've been a bit out of touch with in the last week.
Hmm.
It's been hard to keep up. So if it was the figure announced, did they
Yes, it
say?
was like
Oh, okay.
550,000. It was a lot cheaper than what I thought it was going to
Oh,
be.
yeah. That's
I
interesting.
expected
I
like
thought it
a
was listening like
3 million,
millions.
11
Yeah.
million dollar like J Lo pink or canary diamond. Like that's
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought we were going.
Okay.
Last question. This is really important for the duration of our friendship.
Okay.
Do
Oh
you have
no.
a Do you have a favorite song off of Cowboy Carter?
Yes, I love Blackbird and I love Yaya, and
Okay.
it's like two completely different vibes. I went to the tour in Chicago, and it was. I wish that I could have had the whole concert just like imprinted onto my soul because it was like the most gorgeous blend of pop culture and history and
Mm,
feminism and joy and heartbreak, like all of it just melded together. I have goosebumps right now. Like I'm giving myself goosebumps just thinking
I
about
can't wait.
like the absolute historical significance of that album and of her career and of the legacy and what is she going to do next? Like,
No, what is she? I didn't do Cowboy Carter. I was a Renaissance girl. I skipped
yeah.
Cowboy Carter. I told my husband though, I was like, what is the limit? What's budget when it comes to Act Three? Um, I think the budget that
Yes.
you need to prepare for is the fact that there will not be a budget. That's
Yeah.
what I need you to know. We will
But
be
so
front
like
row at
I
everything.
think I think this will resonate with you is like I'm very much like an experience person over like a
Hmm.
things person, right?
Yes.
That like I you will never be able to replicate or replace that experience with a good, right? Like it's it was incredible. It was incredible. And I was there with my best friend and like it takes a lot for me to cry now because of the SSRI, which everyone should have access to.
Everybody should have access.
Uh, but
Yours is better
like
than
I was,
mine though, because I can cry right now.
oh, I used to be. Do you know the old? This is pop culture. You know the old clip of Kristen Bell on the Ellen Show when they talk about the sloth. And she's like, if I'm not between a 3 and a 7 on the emotional scale, I'm crying. So if she's too happy, she's crying. If she's too sad,
Hmm.
she's crying.
Hmm.
That used to be me, but now the generic Lexapro keeps the tears in check for me, which sometimes is frustrating because there is something very cathartic about being able to cry, right? Like I do wish I could let it out, but now I just get like full body goosebumps. Like that's how I know I'm vibing with something. Um, I don't remember what the point of this was,
I
but
don't. I will
it
say I was on the generic Lexapro for a minute, And
Yeah.
I felt like Cameron Diaz in The Holiday. Remember when she couldn't cry and
Yeah.
she was standing at the steps and she was like
Yep.
nothing. And
Yeah.
that was me. She made my stomach nauseous. I'm on something now that starts with the B, and I love her. She's my best friend.
I don't know
Whenever
her.
I don't, I it's like Buse Bar, Buse. It's Buse
Okay.
something.
Okay.
I
Okay.
She is amazing. I love
Okay.
her. And
Okay.
I can still cry, but it takes that little anxious monster that's just like, well, what about this and what about that, and you suck at this and you can't do it. It makes her be very, very
Hmm.
quiet, and I can get things done,
Yeah. Yep.
and I like that.
My my therapist was like, "How is your irritability?" Like, I didn't know that irritability actually meant like, are you on a hair trigger and could you like punch people
Mm.
in the face at a moment's notice? And like, people was primarily my husband because of all of the masking, right, that you do in
Hmm.
public.
And then they
My
breathe,
poor,
and you're
yep, and
like,
you're like, why are you
what
chewing so loud? Yes, yeah, he's still a loud chewer, but I'm less likely to yell at him now.
you just turn
Um,
the
yeah.
TV up. That's what I do.
Oh, sounds are really tricky for me. Like
Very
overstimulation
tricky.
station. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
very
Yep.
much nails on a chalkboard. And it's not even like anybody's chewing wrong, right? I can hear it. That is the problem. Like,
Hmm.
that's
Just
it.
that it's happening at all.
Hmm. Whenever stuff like that happens, I'll be like, why is this happening and why is it happening to me? And
Who's in
my husband
charge?
my husband will be like, it's not happening to you. The neighbors are mowing their lawn. Like, I don't know what it
How
is
dare
with you.
they
No,
do that
truly
so
though,
loudly?
I can't. Everybody invest in a quiet one. Um, Thank you
Oh
for
my God.
taking the time.
My
If you had
pleasure.
to leave the people with like 30 seconds of something, give it to them and then tell them where they can find you.
Okay, you can find me at Drey for Iowa, dreyforiowa.com. Um, who are the people? What do the people want to know? Is it about me? Is it about campaigning? Is it about pop culture? I just think we
It's
should be
whatever you
doing
want
the
to
thing.
tell the
Okay,
people.
the people, all the best people. Well, I'm so sorry. It's gross.
Wait,
Uh,
why did I say that?
ugh. I just, I think everyone should do what I do, which is like right now everyone should be running for office. This is my toxic trait. Is like, why isn't everyone doing what I'm doing? Why am I not the boss of everyone? But like in a way that
Valid
feels good to
questions.
them. Where I'm like, come on guys, it's fun. It's fine in here. I'm trying to
Run for
convince another
office.
exactly, I'm trying to convince another friend that like she could totally do it. She would crush it. She would be an incredible representative. She would be an incredible she is like would be an incredible candidate. um, but I just think we have to start showing up in a hybrid way, right? Like we can do these conversations at scale on social media, uh, but it does not mean that we have to or can stop doing the deep canvassing, the actual ground game, having conversations with our neighbors. If you want to meet your neighbors, run for office.
Mm-hmm,
The number
mm-hmm.
of times that I was like, well, we just live right over there. And people were like, oh, you did this and the thing. And I was like, yeah. Or, like our kids, like, I see you riding your bike. Or,
Yeah,
like, tell your dog I said hi. Like, all of those things. That's what makes the difference here and helps people be people again.
I like that. I
Mm.
second that. Yeah. If you want to meet the people that live in your neighborhood, run for something in your neighborhood. I promise you,
Yes.
you will meet every single
Every
person.
person.
To the people, what I have to say is
Yes, please.
be engaged, be involved, right? I had my sixth grade teacher. That lady was a riot. I could literally do a stand up comedy on her alone.
What's her
But
name?
her name was Miss Kiernan.
Miss
Um,
Kiernan.
yes,
Okay, I want to meet her, or like I want to know yeah.
I think she might have met Jesus. She was old when
Oh,
I was in
may
the
she
sixth
rest in
grade.
peace, Miss Kiernan. Okay. I
May the Lord be
think
with
she
you.
might have
But
met Jesus.
we were doing the history politics section of school or whatever. And so her little 30-second TED talk on voting was If you don't vote, you lose the right to complain. And so, at the very least, if you just want to be able to complain, that should be enough reason to go vote.
Mhm.
And that really stuck with me, right? Because how can you have all of this input and all of these words for people who are doing the thing and you couldn't even go check a box, right? Like your voice is invalid. We don't want to hear you. So do something, touch somebody, give a backpack out. Like again, the social media of it
Mhm.
is fun, but there is real life happening outside.
Mhm.
People are really affected.
Yeah.
um the lack of like the people working in the weather station updating the weather is really affecting people, you know what I mean? So go touch them, go see them.
Can I
That's what I
add
have.
one thing?
Please.
So, like, voting
You're
is the
Caitlin, you can add
first.
whatever
Oh
you
my
want.
gosh.
And please, all right. Senator elect, sure.
Oh boy. Okay. I am insufferable. I'm so sick of myself. However, if you give me a soapbox, I'm gonna stand on it.
Always.
So voting is the first step, right? Democracy is a contact sport at the risk of sounding cliche.
I
You
heard that
can
though.
complain, but you have to be educated about complaining. You can't whine about potholes and then say your taxes are too high because those two things are the same. That's two sides of the same coin, right?
Yep.
And when we talk about lowering taxes, because everybody wants to talk about lowering taxes, is very sexy. Whose taxes are we lowering? Is it these people, and then the rest of us are left to just eat it? Or
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
can we raise the taxes here and the rest of us can have a more true, beautiful life? Okay.
Or who's even benefiting from the tax dollars that you want lowered?
Who benefits? Yes.
I think the city, did you see the city council member in Cranford, New Jersey?
I
Have
have
you seen
not,
that?
but I want to.
Uh,
I want to. Okay.
I'm going to send it to you.
Please do.
There is a guy running for city council in Cranford, New Jersey. They are at a town hall meeting. He goes up, you know how it works. You have your allotted amount of time.
Yep.
This man like literally starts like, I think he thinks he's dancing. I don't know what we were witnessing, but dance attempts were happening. He has gotten down on the floor. He's like, "You want to see my backspin?" He looks like the girl breakdancing at the Olympics. Okay. He
Big,
gets up. He gets up, takes a pause at the mic, and then he goes, "Why are our property taxes so high?"
and he's running for office.
He's running for city council. This is,
He's
but that
showing up with his whole self. Good for him.
with his whole self. And again, if you have questions, and because we've all, I think we've, if you're involved even just a little bit, we've all been to city council meetings, town halls, and we ask questions and they never get addressed, right? But
Hmm.
you might still need the answer to that question. That, what that man did was put that question on a global scale. This video is everywhere right now. You know what I mean? So now it's like, he almost forced you to address it.
Why are the property taxes so high?
Even if you have a proper answer, you now have to address this person.
Hmm.
So again, using your voice, using what you have, it's in you, guys. We're gonna let Caitlin go. Well, I'm gonna still talk to her, but you guys have to say bye. So love that for
Bye.
you. She'll be back because we're friends now.
Yeah, we're best
Until
friends.
then, stay brief and be kind to people. I don't know, like don't do mean shit.